Yes, sir, it is your boy KB, the boss from Shifter Magazine.com. And today I'm here with a very special guest. He is a living success story, moved to this country from New Delhi, India in 1984, has gone on to have very, very much success as an entrepreneur, owns one of the top selling Hyundai dealerships in Canada, also the founder of the Superfan Foundation, and now one of the newest inductees to the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. None other than Nav Bhatia, also known as the Raptors Superfan. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much for having me on.
No problem. And now, how does that feel? Like, I'm introducing you as a Hall of Famer. How does it feel to be introduced as a Hall of Famer?
You know, it's unreal. I'm still in a shock. I'm still pinching myself. For the 3, 4 hours I was in the Hall of Fame the other day on the weekend, I was just keep on pinching myself that this is happening, and having my own gallery in the Hall of Fame with the turban, with my jersey, with my chair, and with my movie being played for 10 minutes there next to my gallery. And few feet away is Kobe Bryant's gallery. So
Wow.
I mean, this is crazy. I shouldn't be there. I shouldn't be there, but I'm there.
Once again, congratulations. That's absolutely amazing. Congratulations. So, when you
Thank
first
you.
when you first got the call or the email or whatever it was, the first when they first told you that this was going to happen, like what was the very initial reaction?
Well, I told my manager that he's pulling my legs, and I said, get off it. Don't be making fun of it. And all that. But it is a reality. It came through, and here we are now. Uh, After this last weekend of being honored in the Hall of Fame along with Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, and Kevin Garnett, it's an amazing, amazing feeling. I'm so humble. I'm so thankful to the Almighty, and thankful to all the fans, not just the Raptors fans, but the basketball fans, because everybody is going in with me in that gallery as the
Mhm.
Superfan gallery.
Wow. And you mentioned, I saw you talk about it the other day, just about, wearing your turban, in having that kind of depicted in the gallery. Like, talk a little bit more about what you feel it does just when it comes to diversity and even when it comes to specifically like your community as the Indian community.
You know what? This is the turban is our crown. I mean, the Sikhs, we have to keep our beard, we don't cut our hair, and keep our turban. And to be seeing that turban in there, it gives me goosebumps. And this is for the time to come. I mean, the generation after generation after generation is going to see that. So this is huge, especially being in states. It is huge, and I think it will do unify the people more. And I was talking to the commissioner Adam Silver and Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum, and they were saying, "Hey, you're not just a fan of the Raptors; you are a fan for the world basketball. They just opened up a league in Africa, and I tell you, this is bringing the world together. Salute to, kudos to NBA, kudos to Hall of Fame, kudos to basketball. It's bringing the world together through the game of basketball. And that's what my mission is now, to bring the world together. And I'm going to continue doing that till my last breath.
Hmm. And you're definitely doing a great job at that. When it comes to this past season, were you able to attend the games in Tampa this season?
No, I decided not to. I was offered to be there, but I decided it was not safe for the players and their family, because I know all of them, and for myself, not to save. So I avoided that, and I'm going to wait till the next season when it starts this October to be back in the arena. But
Hmm.
I missed that, and I watched it just like every other fan on the television. And I'm sure we missed the players, we missed the game, and the players missed the fans also. And you can see by the result we had, because the Raptors team feeds off the fans, because we are the best fans in the league. So you see that we didn't make the playoff, and there was a reason for that. And also, the COVID-19 affected our players quite a bit during some time, and we were only playing with 7, 8 dressed up players. So I think I'm looking forward for the next season, so that we can be right there in the arena.
Hmm. And what do you think of, because obviously the Raptors have a kind of a good core there with Siakam and Boucher and whatnot. Like, what do you think of just the core of guys that they have and just their prospects just for the next season?
I think it's very good. I think we have some young player who have come there. And I think we are going to be Siakam will improve a little bit more. And I think Bouchard got to have some Indian food during the time off now and build up his body a little bit. And I think we have, and they will add a couple of more pieces, and we are going to be good. We are going to be back. We are going to be back on the in the play in the top in the Eastern Division in the next season.
No, I definitely agree with you. Now, I feel like because obviously you've been in a part or been a fan and following for a long time. I feel like you're probably an encyclopedia of just Raptors memories. Aside from just the championship obviously the big shot from Kawhi, like are there any some moments over the past just time of just a franchise, like some key moments that just stand out to you as kind of your favorite Raptors moments?
Well, there have been some moments, and there have been some moments like on the court, and there has been some moments off the court, which I felt were bigger moments than being on the court. Like a moment I had with Vince Carter, where a kid with a cancer who was dying of cancer asked me to meet Vince Carter before he dies, and because Vince was a god for him, he was very sick. He was, in his last stages of cancer. So, I asked him to come to the game, and he came with his nurses, with his, all the IV in his hand and all those things. He was there, and I couldn't have him meet Vince Carter in the first quarter or the second quarter or the third quarter. But after the game, I decided. I said, if I don't do have this kid meet Vince Carter, I'm going to hell because he has been here with the nurse and with all the needles and everything in his body on a wheelchair for the last 2 hours. So I pulled in the arena on the where the players get out of the tunnel, and I stopped Vince, and Vince stopped there, and I explained Vince that he was dying of cancer and all that. And I remember Vince before I said if he goes to the for a shower and the media, then it will be long. So I was sort of decided on my own to stop VC there. And VC stopped there, kneeled on him, took all his shirt, the jersey, took his handband, headband, elbow band, everything, and gave his shoes, gave everything to him. And you know what? I saw that kid smiling. I saw that kid smiling, and Vince was tearing up, man, and so was I. And that was my one of the most touching moment. A player, a fan, and myself who witnessed that. I mean, so player is yes, great, give us a lot of excitement on the court, but they can be great off the court also. And I salute VC for that.
hmm that actually brings me to the next question, because like I feel like there's a lot of discussions among just Raptors fans when it comes to just Vince Carter, how important Vince Carter is to the Raptors history and Toronto history, and sometimes I get a feeling that I don't think people he may not always get the recognition that he should get with it, whether it comes to the Raptors or Toronto. Do you feel like Vince gets the kind of the recognition that he should be getting when it comes to just Toronto and the Raptors?
He should be getting more. He should be getting more. I feel what wins, and with all due respect, yes, Kyle Lowry has been great. He is great, and he's one of the greatest. But Vince Carter, not because he was the best dunker in the league, not because he was so athletic, not because he was the first big player to say yes to Toronto and Canada when nobody wanted to come to Canada. He's the first one. And what he did, right now, you have 20 players, Canadians, playing in the NBA. The credit goes to VC15 because I remember 2000 to 2004, he did the camps. Every player, every big athlete, after the season is over, they jump on the next flight and they're back in their city in the sun. Not Vince. Vince was here for a week doing a camp for 600 kids here and spending all his energy on that. And Corey Joseph, Tristan Thompson, all these guys were a part of that once upon a time. And that has affected them. So I believe the credit he gets is so deep than just on the court side. And that's why I feel that he should be given more love. And one day he should even get the Order of Canada. That's what I feel.
Wow. Wow. I've never actually heard anyone suggest that before, but I think that would actually
Ah,
be
I
wow.
know, I know. I'm very close to VC family for the longest time, and people saying he didn't like Canada. He had two condos here, man. His mom watched more games than anybody else's families in Canada. She moved here during the season. They loved Canada. They loved Toronto. Even now, when Vince went away, I used to bring her every game when Vince was coming back to town to come, and they enjoy it. So I'm working right now, hopefully wishing that Vince will start doing that camp again starting next year and come here and do a camp here next year. And I'm going to work on that because I think what he did, nobody else in any sports has done in the camps what VC did.
Well, definitely. I think his legacy in Toronto is very deep, and I'd love to see his jersey get retired, and at least in the rafters there in the arena. Before we go, next season, what do you think the odds are of Kyle and Masai coming back? You're personally? I assume you're personally very hopeful.
Well, I'm hopeful that they come because Kyle is our journal. He gives everything on the floor. And, I hope Messiah comes. He has created a winning culture here. And I think they will come back because Kyle is not just a player anymore now for us. He's not just the best point guard for us anymore. He's also a coach inside the locker room, which is very important for these young guys. When Coach Nurse is not there, he can help us a lot. But if he decides to go, we should wish him all the best in the future. That's what I feel.
Hmm. Okay, now before we go, I just want to do a quick little game. So I want to show you a picture of a former Raptors player, and just say the first word that comes to your mind when you see this player. There you go. Okay, so first word that comes to mind when you see this player.
Party animal.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask for a story. I'll just leave it at that. Uh,
Okay. Legend.
Legend. Okay, Vince Carter. JYD.
The best cheerleader and the player.
Okay, we got Dwayne Casey.
Gentleman.
Okay, and this man right here.
My son.
Oh, your son. Okay, you guys.
Yeah,
You get. You,
his wife's, if you saw his wife always, and the kids always sat next to me. And, his kids used to be grew up in my lap, playing with my beard and all that.
wow. So you're kind of
And
like the.
me and his daughter had a little game. She always used to say that she was a better dresser. She had better shoes than me, and I used to say no. And then we used to, in the end, say yes. Yours are the best. So
Okay.
she used to win. She used to win every time.
So you were kind of like their Toronto grandpa.
Yes, I was. I was. I
So
was.
how was it for you? Like just as a side note, how was it for you when you heard that trade happened?
I cried.
Oh yeah.
I cried. I cried. That was. He's very. I was emotionally very close with this guy. He's an amazing human being. I mean, I don't judge a player by how high he can jump or how many points he can score. I judge them by how many kids they can inspire. If a kids ask them for an autograph or a picture, how quick they say yes. That's how I measure the greatness.
Hmm.
And this guy, I must have gotten, I think, 2-3 thousand kids autographed by him and his jerseys. And it was amazing. I remember he was my neighbor in Mississauga, and I remember one day one fan came to his house and rang the bell to get a jersey signed, and he did. He came out and signed it.
Okay. Wow.
That's his greatness. He's amazing people, amazing guy. And I was talking to Coach Pop, this weekend at the Hall of Fame ceremony. He was there with Tim Duncan and all that. And I said, my boy is there. Make sure you make him better. And I
Hmm.
told him that also. You play under Coach Pop, your game is going to get better. And I
Hmm.
hope that happens. Though I'm sad that they missed in the playoff. They
Yeah.
lost the game in play-in game last night because
Hmm.
my other son won the game, Jonas Valanciunas.
Oh man, that's a whole other conversation. He's having an amazing season.
Amazing boy. I have stories about Jonas I can tell you, and he's my Actually, he didn't speak a word of English when he came to Canada. And I remember Brian Colangelo telling me, "Hey, now teach him the English and give him a car to drive." And so we had a good time, basically. And now, and then all of a sudden, after a few years, he learned all the bad words in English. And I never swear, I don't use any
Hmm.
wrong words. And he started using, and one day somebody asked him, he says, "Oh, Nav taught me," and I got upset at him. I said, "Don't throw me under the bus." So he's amazing. I just talked to him, his wife last week. They're amazing. His two kids are amazing, and his wife an amazing girl. And I'm looking forward for them to come back.
Okay. And we just have a few more here. We got Chris Bosch, your fellow.
CB4
Yeah.
next year, going to be in the Hall of Fame next year.
Hmm. And this man right here, the Claw. The fun guy.
The fun guy, yeah,
All right.
fun guy, yeah.
And I think this is our last. No, that's not our last one. We got this one in.
Oh,
Bet on yourself.
man. What should I say? Flippin' shooter, man. He's a shooter and
Hmm.
amazing guy. His wife and kids, amazing people, man. Amazing. I'm so proud of him. I mean, the game which was in Oakland, he was the man of the
Hmm.
game that one. You saw that the 3 points he pulled,
Yeah.
they were like, I don't know how they went inside.
And then last
Oh,
but not least, we got, you called him, and you're right there in the background
the
there.
journal, the journal.
The journal. Oh, the general. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm sure you could probably go on for hours when it comes to what's all the memories and everything you have when it comes to the Raptors, and thank you for all the contributions you've made just to Toronto, to Canada, to the Raptors organization, for the inspiration that you are. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And when I see you next, I'll let you maybe wear my Hall of Fame ring.
I need that. I need that in a picture. So definitely next time I see you, next time I'm in
Definitely.
Next time I'm in Mississauga, I'll take you up on that.
You can wear one on this finger and one on this one, and you will have a classic picture
There you go. I look like a rapper there.
then.
All right.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.